Alright, it's that time of the week again. It's time for more Pokemon. We don't need this. Skip.
We see this intro all the time.
Yeah. What we haven't seen, though, is the main attraction for tonight. This mode here, Mystery Gift. I want to go over this because we're actually going to start off with a huge dump of Mystery Gift stuff. So I want to get this one out of the way.
Huge jump. You're gonna take a huge jump.
Hey, Kara, how you doing?
Hey,
So let
Kara.
me check the card info here, and if I swap over to, not the screen, this screen. As you see, I got a lot of mystery gifts to redeem. A lot of different Pokemon. But the real thing we're here for is the Liberty Pass. Because, long story short, in between sessions, I looked into how to do all this stuff for Mystery Gift, because you can still download this stuff. Shout out to Kira here in the chat. You pointing me in the right direction for this, 2 weeks ago or so, helped out a lot. Because my original idea to get the Liberty Pass in this game was I was using my DS Flash card with this save file to try to hack it in. But every time I turned on the cheat to give myself the Liberty Pass, the game wouldn't boot. And when I did find a cheat that would give me the pass, it didn't work. I had the pass in my inventory, but I couldn't use it. I went to the guy that you're supposed to use with the Liberty Pass, and he didn't even know I had it. So, this one I already confirmed works. So, let's just go over the information now. I'm just going to show you how this worked getting it, because I don't want to hook up the router, so here's a clip. So basically, just the gist of this is you need to set your DS settings to a very certain DNS server. You set it to the right server, you can still connect to get mystery gifts in this game. So the Nintendo Wi-Fi may be shut down, but you can still access it.
I wonder if you could do the same for Platinum version.
This works for all the Pokemons on DS. I've heard the 4th gens are a little more finicky. 5th gen is super easy. You just change the setting and you're good. Sometimes if it doesn't work with 4th gen, you have to do a little extra prep work with it. But yeah, it just shows up right there. As you can see in my pass information, this was the last thing I downloaded. This took an hour to show up. Because when you do this method to get information, it is random. So you're just constantly getting different gifts. You don't get to choose what gift you pick. So I had to keep on trying again for the Liberty Pass. Hence why I don't want to do this on stream. Because it took forever for it to show up.
You heard the issues with Pearl specifically, but all Gen 4 does work. Okay, good.
Yeah, it does. But like I said, I've heard that there's some weird quirks with it if you can't get it to show up right away. So I definitely, there's YouTube videos out there showing this stuff. That's how I figured this out. I watched a YouTube video and kind of used it as a guide.
Thank God for YouTube videos.
Yeah. So now we go into the Pokemon Center and we got a friend here. So I'm gonna dump all my party. Because I need technically 6 slots, but I can't get rid of 1. You always have to have 1 Pokemon in your party, so we'll just get rid of 5 of these things. I really wish you could just have an empty party, because this would make this portion a little bit faster. Yeah. I'll go over my team information after we do all this. Because I did grind a little bit off screen too. Just to keep people balanced.
I mean, honestly, I think that it's so stupid. I'm glad that people found a workaround. But, Nintendo should have... Game Freak and Nintendo should just never have let this just... content... I'm sorry. If anybody liked, these kinds of events back when they were kids and getting the process of getting them legit. But I still, to this day, don't think that this was the right move. This is actually worse, in my opinion. Worse than on disc DLC.
Well, the worst part about it is, yeah, the information still lingers out there. So this is basically on disc DLC that's on someone else's disc. It still is out there, but the fact that you have to do all this stupid stuff to get to it is really bad. So, these are 5 Pokemon I got already. And let me just pull up some of their information here, because 1, we can't get this Pokemon in this game. This is exclusive to Black, so that's how I get my Reshiram. Also, some of these will be shiny, too, for Mystery Gift. So, this one I don't even have a Dex number, because I'm not even supposed to have a Larvitar yet.
Yeah.
Same for Smeargle. Some of these are also not just mystery events that were public, some of these were more like private events too. Like some of these from Pokemon World Championship, which
Yeah.
is kind of insane. But that exists
like,
on
I
the
think it's-
servers.
I think it was the people's teams that they used at Worlds. I think.
Some of them were, because I know I get some Pikachus because of that. I got 2 Pikachus lined up because of the championships.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I have to do this 3 times because, again, I can't deposit all 6 Pokemon in my party. So give me a minute. We have to do all this just to get Liberty Pass because it's my 12th item, sadly. I got all these Pokemon and then the Liberty Pass.
You know, this is actually kind of really helpful because from now on, if I ever like decide to do this, and you're playing this on your DS, right?
Yeah, this is actual cartridge.
So I mean, it is technically possible. You just have to. I'll have to learn how to do this.
Yeah, I have to
Then
send you the
that would
video
be, like,
that I followed.
platinum. I plan on doing a hard gold till silver playthrough at some point soon. I don't know when, but when
Let's
I
get through our first one
Yeah, I want to
first.
get through the first Pokemon game. That's freaking right
Yeah,
now.
you should
But-
probably finish the first before you go into the second.
But you know what I mean. I want to be able to do these events and not have to use an action. Like I tried to use action replay once on there, but I don't think it works on my capture card. So because I don't believe the action replay I have actually works on 3DS. It only works on DS.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Heard about the Paper Mario interview with the director. His opinions and thoughts of the series just a bummer for me. This is kind of the problem the series has now. They want to treat it safe. That's what it is. Their experimentation days ended after Super, if you want to be honest.
Yeah. I heard that too.
I know a
And
lot
I
of
just-
people were kind of upset because of that.
And I get it. I get being upset about it and being disappointed. And that's perfectly fine. I understand that. And I'll put it this way. I wouldn't take that as it's going to be like that forever. I'm sure eventually Nintendo's going to get burned enough to the point where they'll just say, okay, sorry, we'll give you what you want. You know, it's happened in the past.
I think the biggest problem at this point is that the biggest thing is now that we don't have Mario and Luigi because, you know, the studio behind it's under, and we don't know who's going to take over that series. So for now, it's going to be Paper Mario as their Mario RPG.
But if they're not going to make it an RPG, then they don't really have one, do they? Still gonna get Origami to support the game because I'm sure the game will be good in spite of the director's vision. Yeah, and also always remember that the director of the series can change, and whenever that does, I'm sure somebody will have the idea that they want to do the series the right way. I
Oh,
guess.
yeah. Big time.
Fan-wise.
Well, also, I should
I-
mention I have this egg. This egg also came from Mystery Event. As you can see,
Oh,
it
really?
came from a Pokemon event, as it says. This was the first thing I got as a test, and this is how I knew it worked. But now let me swap over to the bomb screen so you can see what I did with my team. Everyone except Sawaddle is around the same level because, to be honest, that Pokemon's probably gonna be ditched soon. I was leveling up to 22 because from when I was reading, he was supposed to learn a move. And then I realized, wait a minute. The move he was going to learn he already had. Struggle Bug.
Oh.
Oh well. I mean, he evolves soon anyways. He evolves at 20. I held it off for Struggle Bug. And then I realized I had it already. So, oops. Again, he's probably not going to stay on the team for too long. So it's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, we finally got the Liberty Pass. I mean, that only took how many exchanges? If I actually check the key items, it's right here. It's a legit Liberty Pass. Not something you normally get to see nowadays.
I'm glad that there is a workaround now.
Yeah, it really helps. I think the biggest thing is the fact that you can still do this is cool, but the fact you have to do a weird workaround is kind of silly. But at least there is a workaround.
Yeah, at least there is one. But yeah, I noticed a lot of people, going back to that topic, I did notice a lot of people were upset about that interview that happened today. And to be honest, I was kind of expecting to hear something along those lines.
Yeah.
Because I've already, unlike some people that are sitting there, trying to make a certain trend on Twitter, I don't see the series going back the way it goes unless something really drastic happens.
Even then, I kind of see it more being an RPG that's not the same as the original. It's just being super experimental still.
Yeah.
Because they're not wanting to stray into like a goofy path and anything like that. They just want to still have it pretty simple as an entry-level RPG. Even more entry-level than Pokemon, which is saying a hell of a lot.
Okay. So, this is an event that was only distributed, I think, like the first month or two of Black and White's release, and you had to go online to get it. And I want to say it was the first month. It might have been the first month, 2 months or so. And basically, this allows you to go get a certain legendary Pokemon, allow them to catch it. But unfortunately, you can't do that unless you get this Liberty Pass nowadays, which they just continued that event a long time ago.
I mean, it's kind of bad that it only lasted, like you said, for 2 months. So the event's still in game. You can technically hack your way here if you don't even have the Liberty Pass. So it's still a thing. It's just without the item. Oops, kind of hard to get here nowadays.
Yeah.
All right, well, time for an evolution.
Swaddle. You're gonna evolve into a Swaddloon. You got Swaddloon.
And that's it. All right, chat. I don't think it learns a move for a little while.
The next move it learns is Protect or something like that.
Ah, so TM.
Pretty much.
Oh, I didn't mean to buy this, but I guess now I have a fresh water. Stay hydrated.
Hydrated bot, where are you?
Who knows? Thing's been kind of dead for a while.
He got broken.
Yeah, something about the back end broke that thing months ago.
Somewhat related to beat Fire Red Hack I was playing last night. The champion had level 70 Mega Venusaur. That was kind of tricky to deal with. Level 55 to 57 on 15. Good lord.
The fact that you, even going out of your way to grind as such, and your highest level's around 57, and then the last Pokemon's a 70 level, that's a huge jump.
Kind of a dick. What is it? What do you call those?
Well, it's a difficulty spike. That's what it is. As also mentioned, between sessions, Pokemon did learn new moves. I kind of forgot to show those off. Probably do that here after this battle. But Duat learned a new fighting move, which was much better than Rock Smash.
Yeah.
Revenge is just so much better in pretty much every way.
Team Plasma. Doing here.
Alright, so let's go with the moves real quick. This is what Duat has now, so the only real difference is Revenge. Everything else is the same. I think Zora was the same for the most part. Muna got Zen Headbutt. Muna may not be on our team too much longer either, because I'm thinking changing this one out because there's another Psychic coming up soon. I may try that one instead.
Yeah, and your version has a really good version exclusive psychic Pokemon that I really like too.
Yeah. And then the Muka here did learn Thrash. That's the big one. So that'll do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It now has Fire Punch and Fire Fang, so I don't... You know, if you want to crit, or if you just want to burn, one of the two. You pick your poison that day. And then Zebstrika is the same. And obviously, Swalloom here is the same. Also, I have a question. Do I need an empty slot on my team to get Victini?
No.
Okay, good, because I'm here with 6. I was afraid of that. I didn't even think of that until now.
You don't need it because you fight it and you catch it.
Alright, so just, yeah, go to your PC automatically then. Good. Because I wasn't sure if it's you fight it or you have to retrieve it like Zora.
No. That'd be kind of stupid.
Yeah, because you do all this and then at the end, hang on, free slot.
That kind of reminds me of, oh, the horror days of Gold and Silver. There was a quest, there was a side quest you could do in Mount Mortar. You could go, it's a giant ass cave. You have to navigate through to the very end. You fight a trainer. He says, "Hey, you're pretty good. Let me give you a Tyrogue." Oh, you already have a full party. I'm sorry, can't give it to you.
Yeah, that sucks because then you have to go all the way out your way back to a Pokemon Center to get rid of one Pokemon so you can get your freebie.
You go back in the cave, into the depths of the cave, and to get it, you know.
Yeah, that's a very roundabout way to get your free gift, which sucks.
Well, I only needed to grind just so that my Pupitar and Dragonair could evolve instead of being dead weight. Yeah, I get you that on that.
Yeah, those two can't really do much unless they're fully evolved. And their pre-evolved states are pretty weak. Yeah, definitely a little over-level for these guys, but hey, just gets us out of here quicker.
That's kind of why I suggested doing this when you first got here.
Yeah, well, I mean, we couldn't at the time because we didn't have the pass.
I know, I'm just giving you crap.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ideal situation if you had it.
Yeah.
The nice thing, though, about the mystery gift stuff is that if you keep those cards in your mystery gift option, you can give this to other players with local communication. So I can give this to you, so to say, if your DS is in the same range, you can just share it, which is nice. It's the only way people have been able to keep the cards around besides the servers.
Okay. I mean, is there like a way you can make local play into online play, kind of?
I don't think so. There are ways to restore the online play, but you wouldn't be able to trade those mystery gifts with it.
Okay. Watch all this. Yeah, this is one reason why I kind of suggested you do this like when you got here, because the levels of Pokemon you have to fight here are kind of that range anyways.
Yeah, well, honestly, this would have been nice to have at that point for training, because this would have been better for training up for gym leader fights, but at this point it's not as necessary. Really? It's like, what, 2 HP over there?
He's like, I'm hanging on by a thread. What are you doing?
Well, it's dead now, so it doesn't matter. I saw your strategy. I hate it. Confusion, lower accuracy. That way, you'll never hurt me.
Alright. So, yeah, you might want to save before you do try fighting this thing. Because You don't want to accidentally kill this darn thing and ruin your only chance at getting this guy.
Yeah. Well, that's also why I put Moon on the front, since hypnosis is a thing.
Actually, I think you can get this. I think Victini comes back if you fulfill certain requirements, and if you didn't catch him, you can refight him again.
Really? What was the point in using the Quick Claw game? Oh, here, let me go faster, as they go faster with Quick Attack.
Victini is a fire psychic type.
Okay, if this thing uses Quick Attack again, yeah, why do I have Quick Claw? I'm just being taunted. Well, the over-leveling actually doesn't matter about its type, because I'm annihilating it.
Don't annihilate.
Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more Zen Headbutt instead, because I don't want this thing to get confusion by accident. Why is it every time my Quick Claw activates, it's just using Quick Attack? It just null and voids the whole item. Stop taunting me. Alright, now I can put it to sleep. There we go. Jesus, I was wondering when I was gonna go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, my victory Pokemon. I think this guy in Ultimate, he just automatically gives you Final Smash.
Well, it's one of the best Pokemon for you to get as a player, but also I don't think the Pokemon shows up if you turn off Final Smash meter in the Final Smash item, I think? It might still, for all I know.
He's basically this version of Celebi.
Yeah.
Or in this game, Celebi.
Nope, didn't mean to do that. There we go.
Celebi, Mew, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, come on. We go from like 3 balls that won't even shake to one that almost works. You can just exit the room and walk back in if you run or defeat it. That's interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess they have to have a failsafe if people, download this.
It's a mystery event one. It's not like one you can just restart your game to get to. So it's a much bigger deal if you miss it.
Yeah, so they make it easier. So they're like, oh, you miss your chance of catching this thing. Well, well, sucks to be you. You downloaded this for nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of what it boils down to. Sadly. That woke up like turn 2. Come on.
Catch it. Just catch it. Oh. Catchphrase 3 sucks. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, although I'm surprised the Pokeballs have been doing just as fine as they have been. Because I could use maybe like my, 5 Ultra Balls or something, but I'm trying to save them for right now. We can't right buy them yet.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to take Victini down slightly in health and then do another Hypnosis. Hope that works.
1.6 if at full HP with a Pokeball, with no status in condition either. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a waste of a Pokeball at that point. I mean, this is no better.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Endure Hypnosis.
Endure the sleepy time.
Alright, well, I get a free turn, so I'm going to actually take it instead of do Moonlight. Because I'm healing.
Pokeball. Yeah. It'll be like that for all the legendaries, really.
I mean, this is nothing surprising, yeah. Legendaries are some of the worst things to ever catch. Although I have a funny story with one. A friend of mine, he was playing a little bit of my file on Omega Ruby, and he got to the Groudon in it. And he used up like all my Pokeballs and couldn't catch it, but we saved right beforehand. So he handed the system back to me. I reset the game, tried again, caught the thing on first ball.
That's how it always does.
Yeah.
Amber, when we were playing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire not too long ago, Amber caught Kyogre first ball too. And I spent all day trying to catch Groudon.
We got an hour.
Yeah. It was bad. Just some people's got better luck than others.
Yeah. There we go, got it.
Yay, Victini was caught. But yeah, this is what I wanted you to at least experience because I do like this event. I think it's kind of cool that you go to another island and you can fight Team Plasma here and catch a legendary Pokemon. That's relatively like kind of weak.
Yeah, but the fact that you get it so early on kind of helps. Because that's actually a pretty interesting typing.
Yeah, and plus Victini's backstory is really cool too. So I actually had two Victini in my home, the Liberty Pass one, and the 14th movie event, which gives Victini the exclusive moves from Reshiram and Zekrom. So it learn what was it? Fusion Bolt and Fusion Flame, I think that's what it was. Yeah, Victini has a special number in the Unova Dex. He's literally 0, so he's above before Snivy.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Mew situation at that point, where they just give it a special number. So it's not part of the main dex, but it is kind of there, too.
Well, I mean, in the regular Pokedex, Victini comes before Snivy and all them other ones. He doesn't go at the in the regular Pokedex.
Okay, that could have helped.
Ultra Ball. This is kind of like the Statue of Liberty. This island is.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Now that's it here. It's kind of a simple though area, but it's just for the one Pokemon. Yeah, it's based off Liberty Island, hence why it has the name Liberty Pass to get over there. Makes a lot of sense.
Alrighty. So we ended the last stream on Route 4. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, in the desert area. We have our choice still, either continuing upwards or just going off to the side here, since it doesn't seem like that's where we need to go, but it's an optional path. I think we'll continue off where we were before, which is in this direction.
Yeah, Desert Ruin, or Desert Resort, sorry. I think this is where you can go get your fossils, I do believe. So if you want to go get your fossil, and both Pokemon are actually relatively good. It's just one of them has really crappy ability, but he's really, really strong. So if you want to deal with it, if you want to have like a slacking situation from Emerald version, you can have that as well.
Yeah, the doctor in the beginning of this area is kind of like a big reason why we're wanting to be here for a reason right now, because that actually is a good idea. Also, forgot Moon was still in front.
I really don't know why they got rid of the doctor trainers in later games.
It's weird. There's some ideas in this that were pretty good, and then they just kind of ditched for a while. Because the biggest one, I think, is the mid-route healing abilities there with certain NPCs. That is huge to me. Now, according to Kira, though, you're going to get one of the fossils, which, if that's the case, I'm not surprised. That's usually how it goes in Pokemon.
Unless you're Emerald version, you can get both.
Yeah,
But
well, you can't right away, but you can go back for the second one later. Really? Alright, well, what do we get?
You're welcome.
No thanks, I already got it. Oh, that's actually pretty good for my Zora. Because, I mean, I like having it, but the biggest problem I have is that Dark type, at least in a lot of generations, is not good. Because the strongest moves normally Dark types are like 60 power or something like that. I think it was Gen 4 that finally gave it something higher than 60 power. But still, I think it's like maybe 80 or so power at the highest for a lot of Dark moves.
I mean,
like, it's a good typing, it's just, it's one of the weaker ones, sadly.
yeah. Dark Pulse is pretty strong.
Yeah, Dark Pulse is one of the better Dark moves.
I think you can catch a Maractus here too. Maractus is a weird Pokemon that I swear nobody even remembers the darn thing. It's literally a cactus Pokemon. It doesn't evolve. It doesn't have very good stats. I wouldn't bother with it.
So it's just there.
It's just there. It's always been there. It has no evolution. It doesn't get one ever.
That's kind of sad. Because it's kind of like other Pokemon, like Shuckle, at that point, where it could be a lot better once they have an evolution.
Well, Shuckle.
Although Shuckle is still good.
Shuckle is really good without its evolution. Because it's got the best defense and special defense in the entire game.
Did Water Training Home and got 2 breed jets from the same person, the same batch? Well, that's super lucky. It's rare to get the same thing from one person like that.
That's funny. I like how you call it breed jets. But you ain't wrong.
Alright, Ivy's almost identical too, which is hilarious. Perfect in HP, attack, defense, and special defense. That's actually kind of strange that they're almost identical too. Almost makes you feel like it could have been hacked.
Fire stuff.
Just realized this thing has to be still on. Forgot it's still off. Good thing I turned back on the dowsing machine. Yeah. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Also, their Choodle's German name is hilarious sounding. Kamhaps. That's a good point. I like Choodle. Choodle's. One thing about Gen 8 I really did like. Dreadnought ended up being such a great Pokemon. I love it. I'm so glad I got a Choodle at the beginning of the game. We had Korean Pikachu from home event. Yeah, I got a weird Pikachu in home too. It was different language. I couldn't recognize what language it was.
Yeah, sometimes that does just happen. I mean, with these mystery event ones, as you just seen earlier, some of them had some Japanese in it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just get event Pokemon from like other areas.
Dweeble. He's rock bug type.
Yeah, this is strange typing. You don't normally see something like this.
Sandile.
I just want to get back and heal.
Let me heal. Let me in. Let me in. Use repel. Because I gotta get to the doctor. Doctor, give me the things I got. Bad case for everything.
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't fought yet. Alright, well, I guess we're fighting.
Look, we're fighting.
And use home since that's friend feature out for direct trades. I booted up to get the free stuff, so I technically do have home account now. I haven't really done much with it yet though, besides getting the free Pokemon.
I have home, but I have connected my bank to it. Just don't have very many in it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have anything transferred for bank, so I don't even have a bank subscription right now. Don't really have much of a point to it because I don't really have any Pokemon that really transfer around at the current moment.
Do you have any Pokemon in bank?
I never had bank, so no.
Well, once you beat this game, you can bring them all up to
Technically, yeah.
Gen 8.
I still gotta beat Gen 8 because it's still one of the games that's just been on the back burner.
Yeah.
Oh, this game doesn't do that? No. I was hoping it would just let me use another repel, like other Pokemon games do that. Like Gen 4 does. Where you run out one and it's like, hey, you want to use your next one?
I don't think that started until Gen 6.
I thought it was also Gen 4. I might be just misremembering.
I think it was Gen 6 that introduced that idea.
That's one of the better things they introduced in the series. Oh, it was introduced in 5th gen. It was just Black 2, White 2, so I wasn't wrong thinking that it was introduced earlier than the 3DS era.
It was introduced, still 5th gen, so. Yamask is a ghost type Pokemon. And his ability is kind of weird because it just, if you come into physical contact with him, he'll change your ability from whatever it is to Mummy, which is absolutely useless.
Yeah, it's just basically, from what I can tell, an ability that will just destroy your opponent's ability.
Yeah.
Which could be good or bad, just depends on what it's matched up against.
That didn't start until Black White 2. Okay, that explains it then. I thought it was either X and Y or back in Black and White 2. I couldn't remember.
Really? This took forever to hit the first time around with Victini, and this Muna's like, here, let me just use 100% accuracy. Well, at least it's dead, so I don't care.
That's how they roll. Maractus, there's that Pokemon.
At least now I know what it is, so I can actually search for it.
Yeah. It literally is. Oh my gosh, it's a grass type. It doesn't evolve. It has mediocre stats across the board. I wouldn't even bother putting this on the team.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If you're saying it has like really wish-washy stats like that, it's just not good, then it's a waste of a slot.
Movesets are kind of meh too.
It's kind of strange this thing does not have an evolution, because that thing looks like it's already evolved.
Yeah.
There's been strange with these matchups. Either the water type is the best, or it's the worst. It's a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
You know, instead of going all the way back, I'll turn back on Dowsing because I could just do this. Bought the accidental freshwater. I might as well use it here.
Gotta stay hydrated after all.
Especially when you're in a desert. You know how dehydrated you can be here? Oof.
Give me just a second, Lester.
Alright. That's a statue? Very round statue. Oh, hi, trainer. Okay, guess we're battling. Being a Gen 6, a battle type that he only used there and didn't bring back as a similar thing as in verse battles. Oh yeah, that's right. Gen 6 did introduce a new battle type and it just didn't come back. Which, to be fair, is kind of a recurring trend with this series, because even this generation introduces 2 new types, and I don't think either one of them come back, too. It depends on your game, because I don't know which one this one has, but I know there's 3 Pokemon battles, triple battles, and then there's rotation battles. They don't get used ever again, really. What was the point? It seems like this series has a weird issue, just introducing something and then dropping in a game later. A lot of the stuff I hear is because they keep on having new people work on each Pokemon game, which doesn't really help. So constantly having different people work on your game series, ideas just don't get shared around that well. That and also like one team finds this thing, like, oh, I don't like this, so I'm going to drop it. Even if it's just one game later.
Did you see the statues with the Duramaga?
Oh, that's what that was? I seen the statue, just didn't really know what it was.
Yeah, like Kira mentioned here, those are the hidden ability Darmanitan. Or Darmatian, or whatever. I never understood what those Pokemon were called. It was either Darmanitan or Darmatian.
Gen 6 did allow for triple/rotation, but they were dropped in Gen 7. See, that's weird. At least they allowed it, like it was an option, but I don't think from what I've heard it was there in the main game. Like you didn't really run into trainers that were challenging you to either a triple rotation battle. Like it was still there, but I don't think it was that present compared to 5th gen.
I thought triple battles were cool, but they were really much of a gimmick, if I could say, because you don't have triple battles very much. In fact, I think the only time you ever have a triple battle in this game is if you go to a specific house in the 8th badge place, and that's where they have it. They have them. Is at that house. That's it.
Well, I think rotation battle was the same in that regard for Black, because that was what, like in a specific area, like a train.
There's only one required triple rotation battle after the 4th badge. Afterwards, you can go on said house. Yeah.
It was a weird idea, I guess. Like, again, it's one of those things where they introduce this idea and then they just drop it in a game later. It kind of started with this game in particular. Well, at least this generation of games. Because we had triple/rotation, which was basically dropped in Gen 6. You know, it was kind of there, it just wasn't really used. And then you have the Mega Evolutions, which was introduced in 6, then was dropped for 7. They were only a post-game thing later on. And then, again, they introduced a new thing in Gen 7, the Z-Moves, dropped in 8. I think they may come back as another extra thing, but it's not in the main game. If it is there, it's a post-game thing.
Gonna be honest, I thought out of all of the like, you know, out of all the 3 major ones that they've done over the years, Mega Evolutions, Dynamaxing, and Z-Moves. Z-Moves were the most pointless, I felt.
I mean, I'm kind of the opposite. I thought they were better than Megas. Mega Evolutions, I feel, were way more situational, because only a handful of Pokemon can do them. And some of them were worse than their standard evolutions.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about the Aggron situation.
Yeah, Aggron's actually just worse in general, because its ability is not as good as Rockhead, and Rockhead is the ability you want for your Aggron. And there's just certain ones like that. Like, some could be overpowered, and some could be underpowered.
Yeah.
At least with Z-Moves, it was a little more balanced in that regard, because every Pokemon could get one, technically. Some had better moves than others, but they all technically still had one. It was just basically a 5th move.
Right. Double battles lasted as long as they have. Well, I think the reason why double battles lasted as long as they did is because they integrated it more into the meta than like any of these other types of battles. They integrated it more in meta as soon as the meta, you know, had them in 3rd gen. And like,
yeah, I mean, it was a more thing that was, I think, just accepted at that point. People actually really liked the idea, because it was a very prevalent thing in their generation, and then they built games around it with Coliseum and XD and GameCube. So it was a system that was very well established, and they kept on using it because it was just a thing that just found worked. I think that's the only reason why that's the one type that was introduced and kept compared to every other generation. It's introducing something and then just ditched one later. I kind of feel like they have to keep something around for more than one generation, because I'm calling it now. Gen 9 is not going to have Dynamaxing as a thing anymore. That's going to be a side thing, just like everything else. And they're going to introduce a new thing that replaces it. Because they do that every generation.
I think Dynamaxing's cool, but it's definitely not, I don't care for it as much as, like, it's cool, but it's not. It's just raid bosses. That's all Dynamaxing really it turns out to be sometimes. Especially the max raid dens. It's a raid boss fight. That's all it is.
I mean, from what I've seen, that as like a raid boss is fun, but doing that in an actual Pokemon battle, I've heard is very hit and miss. Because it seems a little more unbalanced. Like, out of the 3 things they've been introducing over the years, Megas, Z-Moves, and Dynamax, I've heard Dynamax is the worst.
Yeah. You don't like Dynamaxing this player mechanic? Yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. All it does is boost your HP and give you like 3 Z moves. Yeah.
So
okay,
what each fossil gives you here?
Okay. Cover fossil gives you Tortuga. Or Tortuga, or whatever his name is. He's a water rock type Pokemon. And he evolves into a Pokemon called Caracosta. And the Plume fossil gives you a Pokemon named Arkin. He's a rock flying type Pokemon, kind of like Aerodactyl. But he's based off the Dodo, which is an old ancient creature that never flew. He evolves into Archeops, which is very fast, very strong, very, very fast, and very, very hard-hitting strong. The thing that he has is that he has an ability called the Fetus. If he gets hit and his HP goes lower than 50%, his stats are halved.
Oh, I get it. It's basically like the exact opposite of the ability all starters have.
Yeah.
Where their abilities get boosted when they go under a certain amount of HP.
It's when his HP hits 50%, like, and onward downward. His stats get halved, which is he's a very, very good glass cannon. Chugga used this in his Let's Play, but it's ultimately up to you what you want.
I mean, I'm probably not going to use either one on my team for that reason.
Okay.
Because I feel like, well, one, usually the time you get access to using the fossil Pokemon is very late in your adventure.
Oh, it only has attack and special attack. Okay. I thought it had all.
Well, if it's
stats.
a glass cannon, that means just its defense stats are low at that point.
Yeah.
But then it has the trade-off of when you get under that certain amount, then it's just not as much of a glass cannon. It's just glass.
If you give, I'll put it this way: if you give him a move later called acrobatics, I think that's what it's called. It can one-shot pretty much everything in the game.
Jeez. I mean, I'm gonna probably pick it because it sounds like it's the better out of the two anyways. So even if I decide to use it later or bring it to another game, this just sounds like the better choice.
He's really fast, and so if he's got a massive attack
stat run here
and fast, so if you use him, more than likely that thing's gonna die. So you don't really have to worry too much about his ability kicking it.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
That's such a good move. Yes, exactly. Crobat abuses it a lot. Acrobatics doubles in power if you are not holding anything. So if you're not holding anything, it's automatically doubled.
Well, at that point, yeah, you just never give it a hold item. And if you do give it something, just a berry. So we'll just get rid of it.
It's also a flying move, which, Archeops and Crobat in this example get stabbed from it.
Yeah.
So. Oh, hi, Iceberg.
Hey, Iceberg, how you doing? Yeah, I don't blame you about being out of the Pokemon loop. I'm the same. All this stuff I'm just smiling nodding with. And I'm the one playing the game.
I'm trying to explain something. I played Pokemon.
Well, you've played pretty much every game in the series. Even basically all the spin-offs.
This game is one of my favorites. And I'm kind of glad he's playing this, because I really like this game. The DS Pokemon games were honestly my favorite ones. I think that's where Pokemon...
I think I was gonna say, I think this was kind of the highlight of the whole franchise at one point, because a lot of people talk a lot of positive things about the DS Pokemon games nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially 5th gen. I still hear people go half and half on 4th gen, but it depends on the version they play for what they say. But 5th
Yeah.
gen over the years has been getting a lot more praise. I think the
Uh,
biggest
there-
issue with 4th gen is if you're playing Diamond and Pearl, I can understand why you don't care for it, because
Yeah.
they have a lot of issues compared to Platinum.
Hey, Iceberg, how's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty okay. I had a rough day at work today. I had to yell at someone.
No, that's not good. Never
I'm
good
not-
when you have to do that.
By the way, if you think that he is fast, then you should watch Usain Bolt run. Yeah. And it has 55 base power move. So it's a free 110 base power move if you're just not holding anything. 5th gen could also boost it further with a flying gem. Yeah, if you gave it a flying gem, you could boost it further. I think it's a consumable. Kira, was the gem items consumable upon use? I can't remember.
Oh, it was? Okay, so if that's the case, then that is a great item to give it.
Yeah, because I think that's why it was really good combo to get like Archeops, use acrobatics, and then have him hold a flying gem. Because he consumes it first. So it's automatically after it's consumed, he uses the move. He doesn't have a hold item anymore. Boom! Massive power attack. And you get acrobatics, I think, as the TM from the 6th gem, which is actually my favorite gem here. Rock Tomb, that's a good move.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be useful for right now, but it definitely help for maybe a later team member.
Yeah, that's right, Kira. I remembered that. It just clicked in my head. There you go, Sigilyph. That's a psychic flying type Pokemon. I think it's a really underrated Pokemon myself.
It's interesting the typing, that's for sure, because Psychic Flying is not that common.
Still sad to insert type gym stage Gen 5. I had to yell at someone. I'm sorry, what happened? Well, I had to yell at someone because they caused my line to make a big mistake, and we had to spend an hour going through all the boxes that we had already packed and check everything. So I wasted an hour worth of work because someone screwed up.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Lugia says hi. Yeah, Lugia says hi. So does the Natu family. Lester.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say it's not as common. I mean, it still exists, obviously. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Because normally you see something in the Psychic family, it's usually just pure Psychic.
Yeah. Xatu is one of your favorite flying psychic Pokemon. I like Xatu. Xatu is a kind of a cool Pokemon.
Also, I just noticed you said this thing is Psychic Flying, and it's not taking any damage in the Sandstorm. That's strange.
I think it's because of his ability. I think it's Magic Guard. I think that's what its ability is.
Oh, if that's the case, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading chat the whole time I'm doing this. That's probably why my hypnosis says, never mind. Foot in mouth. Like, oh, maybe the ability is causing us to keep on missing, because it's like the 3rd one in a row. I was just really unlucky.
I think this Pokemon's really cool, but this Pokemon does not evolve, so it'll stay this way the entire time.
Okay, so that's the only downside to it. So,
Um,
whatever you get for stats, it's kind of what it's going to be.
I mean, it's ultimately up to you. There's another Psychic Pokemon that I feel like is really good. Later on down the line that we'll be getting. It is a version exclusive to you. And it's kind of slow, a slow Psychic type, but it's really strong, bulky. Kind of like Muna, but it's not... It hits like a truck.
I mean, if it's better than Muna attack-wise, it doesn't matter. Because that's the only issue we have with Muna.
Like a truck.
Like, Moon is good for setups, and that's about it. And for single player, obviously, that's not that helpful.
Also, do not evolve.
That seems like everything we could do here anyway, so that works out. We got the one thing we're kind of looking around for, that Psychic Bird.
Yeah. Kira, I just now remembered about something that, going back to the Origami King talk we had earlier. If you want to play a game that's like Paper Mario, in a way, the old ones, there's an indie game called Bug Fables that plays kind of like that.
That's kind of what I've been hearing. In fact, I just read a tweet earlier from I8UPie basically saying, for everyone who's complaining about Origami Killer not being, or Origami King, I don't know why I keep on calling it Killer for some reason. Origami King not being like the old Paper Mario, and you haven't bought Bug Fables, for shame. Because it's kind of like, yeah, if you're complaining about this and you want a Paper Mario, it's out there. It's just an indie game, so go play that.
Man also likes to hit like a truck if you mess with his neighborhood. I mean, when I get pretty mad, I get pretty mad, and I kind of scare people on them. You've already heard about it. Okay, good. I just didn't know if you did or not. I'm sorry. I don't know things. I'm actually gonna go look up myself how much that game is, because
I think it's like, what, 15, 20 bucks, something like that. It's not that expensive.
It's on the eShop, I know that much.
That was 25. Well, I'm wondering how much it is on every other platform, because even digital games I see marked up all the time on the Switch. Which is kind of stupid in my opinion.
You're not picking up Origami Killer. God damn it, Lester. Origami King.
It spreads. Yeah, I mean, if anyone's gonna pick it up, I've seen it's supposed to be like $10 off at Walmart's, and that's the only place that's doing any kind of discounts right now.
Yeah, I like Tim Pool. If you didn't have Oshawotts as your starter, I would have really suggested this Pokemon as your water pop Pokemon. Stardew Valley, sorry. Story Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town came out earlier this week. Amber was really excited for that, because that's literally like a remake of an old game, but they couldn't do it like Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town, because they don't own Harvest Moon anymore, but they literally remade the game, the old Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town, but it's not Harvest Moon.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's the same thing, just not called that. That's what it is.
It's
literally a successor from the same devs.
I always thought that was funny. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong came out this week for.
Also, another thing that came out, the Super Hot sequel, like Mind Over Matter, what was it called? If you own Super Hot and you bought it, like actually bought the game on anything, you got the sequel for free. I just got it for free today on Steam. If you got it for free on a platform like Twitch or Epic, you still have to buy the game, because they gotta make money somehow.
So you can't be, jumping them out.
No, because I seen them like, oh, well, I already owned it on Epic because I got it for free there, but I won't get the sequel for free. I would have to buy it. So what I did is I got it on Steam for $10, and now I have the other game for free. The discount that you get for owning Super Hot for free on Epic is like $15. So like I save $5 by buying the game on a different platform. Worth it.
Yeah, it is $25. I'll put it on my wish list right now. I'm not gonna spend that much money. I already spent too much money this week.
Yeah, well, I always, like, if I'm not willing to spend right away, you put it on a wish list and then check to see when it goes on sale.
Yep, that's what I usually do.
Yeah, I wish there was an easier way to see your wish list, though, on Nintendo's platform, because I never know when something I have on my wish list is on sale, unless I manually go on the site and check or something.
I have that game you played on stream one time, that Hue game. I have it on my just because I want to play it too.
That was free, I think, like a couple weeks ago on Humble. Well, not Humble, Epic.
Oh.
So now I have it for free twice because I forgot I had the Twitch version when I bought my Steam copy for like a couple bucks.
I have to say, strawberries really good. Iceberg. I love strawberries. I know a couple people that just can't stand strawberries. I'm like, how can you not stand strawberries? They're really
I mean,
good.
for some people, it's like the texture.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Because strawberries are sweet, but they are kind of rough.
Yeah, I know a couple people who don't like strawberries, and I'm just like, why? Why? Like as a flavor in general. Yeah, like the flavor. It wasn't so much the texture. It was like flavor.
They aren't real people. They're fakers. They don't exist.
I got in an argument the other day. I literally, me and my coworker, I was working with him, and we got on the topic of pizza. And I told him, I said, I like pineapples on pizza. And he said, I do too. And then somebody heard me and they said, how can you like that shit? And I'm just like, well, I don't know. I didn't think it was an issue for as long as a time until the internet told me I was wrong.
Yeah, same here, because then you see people go vocal about it everywhere, and it's like, oh, well, I thought this was accepted, because everywhere I look, people like it.
I'm looking at your thing, Kira. It says, I still have hard to believe I found a 1% shiny Beldum as my first encounter in Mount Moon. I guess the shiny odds were lowered to Gen 6 raids, so it's like, it's still 1 in 4,000 chance of it happening.
Yeah.
That's still a lot lower than...
I mean, that's better, but it's still low, yeah. Because originally the rates were so low, I think you had a higher chance of winning the lottery in the Pokemon games.
I want to see this on... Did you see that Pokemon you just ran away from? It was called Scraggy.
Yeah.
If you ever saw. Okay.
Yeah, we met that thing a couple times in the wild.
Scraggy is a very good Pokemon if you need a fighting type. It's a fighting dark type Pokemon. And it evolves into a really strong Pokemon too. I used to build it in my team and my Let's Play. I'm trying to see this picture. Oh, that's the shiny building.
Man, let's try to pull in pizza. To burn down your house till you realize the area your ways. Well, it's nice knowing you.
Strawberries are packed with vitamin C, fiber, antioxidants, and lots of other good things for you. Burn down your house till you realize the area your ways. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I didn't think that it was a problem until the internet told me my opinion was wrong and I should be ashamed for it. And that's fine if you don't. That's fine if you don't like it. It's just I don't understand why the shame is there. I'm like, okay, you know. It's like the internet built on and says, no, it doesn't deserve to be on pizza. How can you like that shit? I'm like, well, the tanginess of the pineapple mixed in with the sauce, it just tastes good. I think it was a good combination myself.
Yeah, it's each your own, I feel, at that point. But it's also the internet. They love to hate on things. Especially if you disagree.
I forgot about this Pokemon. This Pokemon's weird. I hate that they tried doing this. I was like, what was the point of this? Yeah, like Kira says, another weird thing Gen 5 did was version-exclusive forms. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Why does it matter? No one's really going to use this Pokemon doesn't evolve. It has mediocre stats. Nobody's going to use Basculin on their team.
Well, that's kind of strange that it's a Pokemon version exclusive forms that can't evolve, but it's basically the game's equivalent of Magikarp.
It's this version's equivalent to, I feel like, It's not Magikarp, but it's basically just it's a one-stage mediocre Pokemon. I really hate that Game Freak introduces these Pokemon sometimes. I'm just like, they're just there to be caught. That's all they're there for.
It seems like it, yeah. Because if they're not good to use in battle, then what's the point?
Yeah.
And the version exclusive thing is kind of like the unknown thing at that point. It's like, hey, we made the same thing different. Get them all.
But yeah, like I think the blue one is in black, and I think the red one is in white. I think so. I can't remember, and honestly, I don't care enough to know the difference.
It's just weird. I mean, I call it this game's version of Magikarp because there's just so many of them with the Fisher trainers. It just seems like, here's that common fish thing that you can catch. Which is kind of what Magikarp is.
Oh, you had black and you owned red. Okay, so it's probably the other way around then. Like I said, I never really cared to use this Pokemon on my team, so I didn't really care to look it up, the difference. Basculin is fairly strong. It's just... I don't know. I guess in a way I'm kind of prejudiced against Pokemon that only have one form, don't evolve, and kind of have mediocre stats. And I'm just like, what's the point? You know?
They're just kind of there.
It's just kind of there. Though, I take that back. Gen 3, I had a love for a certain Pokemon that was kind of that criteria. I like Tropius. I like Tropius a lot. Had Tropius on my team a couple times, and that kind of fills that category. I don't know. I have a soft spot for long neck Pokemon.
How'd you feel when that's one of the last things you can get in Coliseum?
Yeah, I do hate that. That's a
Yeah, they put so many good Pokemon so late in an adventure. It's like, well, do I want to get rid of this Pokemon I trained for 90% of the game for this thing?
Yeah. I do have a soft spot for Brachiosaurus-like Pokemon. I don't know. I've always liked Brachiosaurus when I was a kid. Had a lot of those, so I had a soft spot for those type of Pokemon. Like I chose Chikorita as my first Pokemon in second gen. I know, shame on me, but you know, I did like Meganium. Meganium kind of had a long neck, kind of like a not so much as a Brachiosaurus. It wasn't that long. Tropius was kind of one of those. What was another Pokemon? Oh yeah, 6th gen when they had the fossil Pokemon. I always chose Aurorus over the T-Rex Pokemon. I can't even remember his name. Even though that Pokemon had so many freaking weaknesses, it was hard to use. But I still liked this design, loved this design, and I wanted to use it. I liked Aurorus a lot. Tyrantum. Yeah, that's the Tyrannosaurus Pokemon. I always used Aurorus. It was really hard to use because it had a lot of weaknesses because it was Ice Rock. That's a very, very bad combo.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Oh gosh, you won't believe it. It has a lot of weaknesses. It's weak to fight. It's 4 times weak to a lot of things. It's 4 times weak to fighting and steel. It's weak to water. It's weak to ice, I believe. Or not ice. Yeah, it's weak to ice, I think. No, grass. Sorry, I'm thinking grass. It's got a lot of weaknesses. Jolly nature. That's kind of a bad nature.
I can kind of see why, yeah. Because Psychics always prioritize special, so... Ow. Although it likes to relax, what does this mean? Up on HP. I mean, that's, I guess, okay, but... Yeah, that's probably not the best Sigilyph.
Yeah. Yeah, see its ability, Lester? Magic Guard. This one only takes damage from attacks. So, the Sandstorm you were mentioning earlier, that's why it wasn't getting hit by it.
That makes sense then, yeah. I mean, Here's the weird thing. If I use that, I feel like I wouldn't want this one, only because I don't think Jolly would help it at all. I think this is the one case where I would want a second one that actually get something that's not Jolly. Because ironically, right now, Muna's, I think, better because of that.
Basculin has the same BST as Luminion, the 4th gen fish after it's evolved. Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest, Luminion wasn't that great of a Pokemon either. It looked cool, but it wasn't that great of a Pokemon. I don't know.
Now that I talk about Muna, I want to see something here. Let me pull up Evolution. Learn set. I want to see at this point if it's worth keeping Muna pre-evolved, or should I just go for it? I want to see based on moves that are coming up. Because it does not learn a single thing when it evolves. It's just done.
Yeah. Tropius and plus ice moves, and Blizzard does not equal fun. Yeah. 4 times weaknesses kind of suck. Muna's last good move is level 38, I think. Quick question. Is that a TM move? If it's a TM move, we can just say, "Ah, screw it, I'm evolving it now." Because I'll just get the TM.
I need to find better site for it, because I don't even see a move at 38 on Bulbapedia for some reason.
Hold on. I got a good site that I like. I usually in this situation would say Cerebi would be a good site, but I like this one myself.
Is it Pokemon DB?
Yep.
Alright, I got that here.
I like that one a lot. It's a good site. Like I said, in most normal circumstances, I would suggest Cerebi because Cerebi is kind of a really good site for Pokemon information. But I do like Pokemon DB when I just want to know about a certain Pokemon and their moveset.
Yeah.
Because you can click on like little tabs that say, "Oh, you're looking for 5th gen movesets."
Yeah, it's still... There's certain moves that are still good. I think the biggest one is probably 29, Nightmare. That's probably going to be its best thing.
I'm looking at Muna. Let me look at Muna.
Yeah, because if the target is asleep, Nightmare causes a 4th damage after each turn of his max HP. So combined with Hypnosis, that can do a lot.
Oh, yeah, the best... Honestly... What does Synchronize even do? I don't even know what that move does.
That's the weird thing. When I was training, I did not get a prompt to learn that, and that was level 25. So unless I somehow mashed through without realizing, I didn't get to learn this.
Oh, it just damages psychic types, essentially.
Yeah. And even when I'm reading, I might have actually skipped over it, because it only has a base power of 70 in this gen. They boosted in later generations to 120.
Honestly,
but in this generation, it's kind of weak.
The next move that it learns that's pretty good is Psychic, and Psychic I know for a fact is a TM.
Well, yeah. That's why I'm saying Nightshade's the way to go.
Let me go see.
Nightshade would be probably the last move, and then we evolve it. Is everything else? Yeah, kind of eh.
Route 13. Black and white. Yeah, Route 13 you can learn Psychic.
Going to Cure, that's post-game.
Oh, that's a post-game. Never mind. I'm sorry. Sorry.
That kind of sucks for Psychic types.
You probably should keep it until level 37. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If it's going to be that late, probably. That really does suck for Muna, because that never really hurts its stats. It could be a lot better, and then you're like, no, you must learn Psychic.
Like I said, there's another Psychic type Pokemon you haven't run into, and it is in your game. The Pokemon in question is called Solosis, and it evolves into a it's a 3-stage evolution. There's also another Psychic Pokemon too, called Behem, but I don't care for that Pokemon too much myself. That's just me. It's pretty good though. trying to look at stats. Yeah, special attack's really good. Medium is. Its speed is its Solosis and its family. Its speed is definitely its worst stat, but it has a lot of HP to compensate for it, and it has a massive amount of special attack. So it'll hit like a truck. Oh, we're in Nimbasa. Okay, good. Yeah, like here it said, the weird thing about this game is this region, the right half of the circle of the region is post-game, and the left half is what you do in the main game.
I mean, in that regard, it's kind of like second gen, since they kind of did the same thing with Kanto. It's like the whole other side of the map, and it's all post-game.
How many times are we going to fight a freaking Watchog?
Yeah, this is their favorite type, you can already tell. Works for me, because I got revenge. Which is basically one-shot at my level. Okay, I guess he gave up, now he's sending out trash. I didn't mean to use Bug Cutter. I'm gonna go one up. I didn't recognize that. Too fast.
Watch out, the poor man's Raticate.
I mean, at least compared to Raticate, I think it's actually poison type. So it kind of makes more sense. I feel like after the amusement park, I don't think I've really seen anything else about this game besides, like, some of the ending stuff. But finally, I can ride a bike. Took how many towns? How many hours? We can finally ride bike. Also, Bianca, how you doing? That's much better. Can actually move now.
Nimbasa has a lot of stuff you can do. That right there is the gear station, which is kind of like... Best way I can really describe it is basically Battle Tower for this game. But you can get a lot of stuff from it. Probably not Battle Tower. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the pretty good move. I'll take it. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot also in between sessions I bought a crap ton of super repels because that's going to be a big thing coming up soon. When you actually want to make progress and you don't want to get stopped, it'll be 2 steps. But repels also don't last for that long. Oh yeah, let me download with no internet. Yeah, I can definitely tell this is basically the the battle frontier, so to say, of this game. Because it has a lot of battling options here.
Kind of. This town is definitely an amusement park. Amusement park town. But definitely the musical. Yeah, you have to try the musical at least. Tell us you could at least try to do that.
Let me guess, that's kind of like this equivalent of like contests.
Pretty much. But they're severely neutered. I'll put it that way. Contests were fun, and I really wish that Game Freak would bring them back.
I mean, it's kind of strange because they did return in Gen 4, and then they just left after Gen 5 started.
Well, they did bring them back from Omega Ruby, but that's the thing. That's the game.
Well, that makes sense. That was from that generation, technically.
I'd really kind of I always loved contests because they were extra stuff you could do in the game. That's why Emerald version was such a good game.
Well, also it gave certain moves more of a purpose, because some moves just outright sucked for battling, but they were perfect for contests. So it gave more purpose to certain moves and certain Pokemon in general.
I think the NPC downstairs was the first official mention of shiny Pokemon being called shiny. Oh, there you go, Soothe-Bell. I think your Zora evolves... I don't think it evolves by friendship. I think it evolves...
No, that one's by level, but I think the other one we have in our party, the grass one, I think is friendship.
Oh yeah, Swaddling, yeah.
Hey, look at that frame rate.
So another Gen 5 thing. Acknowledgement of a fan term. Yeah.
Oh, haven't seen you in a while.
Hi, N. Hello,
I don't know why I'm going on a Famous Weird with a guy I barely know. Especially when he's kind of evil, but okay. Let's just take the risk, I guess.
Yeah, here you go.
Right here. Alright, just open the door and jump.
This is the plot twist.
I hope you have a parachute.
You missed it. It was supposed to be a cool moment. He reveals he's the true villain of the game. But, I mean...
That's why I made the joke with saying jump. Get away when you still can.
You kind of had a hunch he was somewhat part of this. I mean, gosh, the opening movie didn't... I mean, kind of...
The opening movie spoils it. Because you see the character and you see him kind of be in power.
Hi, Mr. 14th letter of the alphabet. I really like N, though. N is a good character. And I always liked it, too. Like, whenever you fought him, on everywhere that you fought him, it's always his team always consisted of the Pokemon that you caught in the route prior.
Makes sense, because Plasma's goal is to pretty much take all the Pokemon. So he's kind of taking all the Pokemon.
I'm sorry, Kira. I don't mean to steal your thunder. I just now saw you. I saw that thing popped up in chat as soon as that left my mouth. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to steal your thunder, buddy. Yeah, his team is always new. It's always the Pokemon you can catch around here. And I always thought that was interesting.
It also keeps you on your toes, because normally you expect these kind of rival or bad guy trainers to always have the same thing. So you can plan around it. Ends different because you can't.
Now I have the Thunder Buddies song stuck in my head. I didn't mean to put a song in your head, Iceberg. I swear I didn't. Oh, by the way, speaking of new Pokemon Snap just went up on pre-order on the Amazon.
I kind of hope that game has a crap ton of stuff to do, because I honestly even felt back in the day Pokemon Snap was not worth the full asking price. Just too short.
Yeah.
Hopefully this game is not too short.
Like, I'm excited for Amber because Amber loves Pokemon Snap, so she was excited for this game. But I kind of have to agree with you. There wasn't a lot of stuff to do in the original game. So I'm really hoping that they put a lot of stuff. Like, maybe make a guide. Like, put at least all the Pokemon in the game.
Okay, the only problem with the bike is, just like every other bike in the series, it's really hard to go one tile, because it goes so fast. No, just get in front of the guy, come on. I don't want to get off the bike just to talk to one guy. There. It's not worth it. Get off the stupid bike.
He's saying he'll beat the champion before you do. Is that a challenge? I'm sure it is a challenge.
I missed the 2-gear system from these bikes. I think it was like, what, Gen 4 was the only one that did that?
The 2-gear thing was, yeah, Gen 4.
Yeah, because Gen 3 had the 2 types of bikes, but it was so annoying to keep on going back to the bike shop to change them out.
Yeah.
Because basically you always have Mach Bike, and then the rare time you would need the Acro Bike for platforming stuff, then you would just go back for it. Because for the most part, using a Mach Bike was something you needed more, and it was just faster. Too bad I don't have a ground type for this. That would just break this gym.
Sandile's favorite gym. He also had Tim Pole's Evolve form. This is a good gym for him too. Tim Pole evolves into a ground type. Thinking a ground type will save you. Nothing will save you from Miss Elesa. Miss Elesa is kind of a stonewall for some people here. I remember horror stories about this gym. I'm just gonna give you the warning right now, Lester. This gym's kind of difficult.
Well, it's a good thing all of our Pokemon are basically level 30.
Yeah.
Make things a little bit more balanced.
Here. It's not as bad as like Whitney from Gen 2, but she was kind of hard, but it's mostly because she does an annoying thing.
Yeah. Well, I think before we challenge the gym, I want to take a quick break, though. So, I'm going to go ahead and get up and stretch for a moment. And then when we come back, we'll challenge the gym and just see how well we fare. So, stay tuned and we're back here in just a couple minutes. Alright, we're back. Let's go ahead and just explore this gym.
It's a roller coaster gym.
This reminds me of like that one puzzle area, and I think it's like Turtle Rock from Link to the Past at that point, because of how these lanes are interconnected.
Yeah. Animation always fills with ambition.
Yeah, I gotta pick that right music for the right mood.
Okay, Kira, you left out a big message. Let me see this. Reminded of Gigantamax, and I did research to see what's special about them. and there's nothing special other than an exclusive move that has the same animation and a slightly unique effect, so it's underwhelming. At least Megas and Z moves with their annoying dance were more useful than it feels. You know what? I kind of agree. I never understood what the big deal was with Gigantamax compared to Dynamax. I really don't care.
Yeah, that sounds even more of a gimmick.
It is more of a gimmick. And according to Kira, yeah, it's just like there's no difference. If they got like if they had like an extra ability added on top of that, then yeah. If they were like basically a Dynamax but with mega Pokemon effects, then yeah, then I would be understanding. Like if they changed their type when they changed into Dynamax or into Gigantamax, I'd be alright with that. Like let's say Gigantamax Snorlax, for example. If he turned into a normal ground type, I think that'd be more of a reason to get a Gigantamax rather than a Dynamax.
It just sounds more worthwhile, yeah.
Worthwhile.
Because as it is, it just kind of exists. It's not something you would want to use.
Emolga's kind of an annoying Pokemon.
I can kind of see that. It seems like their strategy in this gym with this Pokemon is going to be double team, so you basically can't hit it, and then its ability static that just constantly paralyze you.
No, just wait until we get to the gym later. Did you hear about the Twitter hack yesterday?
Yeah, I heard that it got badly compromised, and a bunch of accounts were just asking for Bitcoin out of nowhere, which is part of the hack.
I saw a tweet, and I was like, yeah, I kind of agree with that. It said, you know, the hacker whoever hacked Twitter just gained access to all the most powerful people in the world account, where they could have gotten very, very, very vital information from them, and could have literally held the world at hostage with that information. But nah, I'm gonna run a Bitcoin scam.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, why didn't you just, I don't know, steal money?
Few people are as smart as I am, I guess.
I also heard that a bunch of like the verified accounts for some reason couldn't tweet for a while yesterday. It was just verified accounts. So everyone was like, oh good, the 1% can't tweet. Oh, speaking of, I want to bring this one up because I want to see everyone's reaction to this, because it's probably the same as mine. I don't know if you heard of this, but there was this like group of like Fortnite YouTubers. It was like a group of 4 of them. They bought a mansion, made a whole video about it, and they call themselves the 1%. And apparently that was all just so they can sell merchandise, and it's based around 1%. What the hell? This is our society. This is our age group right here.
This is what children are looking up to. This is what the children of nowadays are looking up to.
Yeah, we're looking up to people who just, hey, look at my money.
Fucking hate clout chasers.
It's so bad. It is so bad. I seen them like, oh god, this is where we're going to now, huh? The fact that 4 YouTubers were able to afford that is already stupid, because they're like 19, 20. Their age group is very young.
How are these people getting... You know, I'm thankful where I'm at YouTube, but how the hell are these people getting so famous on YouTube?
It's just stupid. I know a lot of it's just them playing into the system and getting lucky.
Wow, G-Max Snorlax exclusive move is so niche. If you use a damaging normal type move, You have a 50% chance of recovering a used berry on Snorlax. Wow! So if you use, like, Takedown, you have 50% chance of getting a berry that Snorlax used earlier in the battle. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's really weird.
It's weird.
Fortnite's a hell of a drug. You know what's the funny thing also? Fortnite's also a weird game, too, because it's not just a game anymore. There's movies premiering in it. You can go in Fortnite. I don't know what's going on now, but I know in the past they showed, like, I think Inception was one of them. Like, one of the Batman movies supposed to be shown in Fortnite. Imagine trying to watch a movie, and you're nearing the ending, and then someone shoots you in the back of the head, and you can't watch anymore. Because that's basically going to be your experience watching a movie in Fortnite.
I mean, that's how they started off. Star Wars Episode 9 was a fucking thing in Fortnite.
Yeah, for some reason.
But yeah, I thought about that yesterday. I said, you know, yeah, you had the Twitter accounts of all these really powerful people, and you just wanted to run a Bitcoin scam. I'm like, I'm so disappointed in that. As sad as I mean, I'm thankful nothing bad happened, really, but you know. It could have been a lot worse, and that's just because people are stupid.
Yeah. I think that's really what it boils down to. Just stupidity.
Do you have the Soothe Bell on Swaddaloon?
No, I think it still has the experience share.
Okay.
Because I really can't do much in this gym. I just want to see if maybe I can do something.
I think Emolga is a flying electric type. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that's that great to counter at the current moment. So that's why I'm just kind of throwing out whatever.
Like swapping in a Pokemon with 4 times weakness to flying type. Yeah, because Swaddaloon could just die if, Molga you said, oh, I'm going to use acrobatics on you.
I mean, when I don't know the typing, it's just whatever I throw her out. I learned the hard way.
It's okay, Lester. I'm just giving you shit, man.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, Molga's flying type, and, well, if he attacks Swaddaloon, it's going to die.
Just want to get to this end of the gym so I can leave and go to the Pokemon Center. This is another one of those gyms, if you want to leave, it's a long walk. I'd rather get here and then take the switch out. Do these switches stay pressed when you leave? Because I would hope so. Something tells me no.
But I think you have to go through all the way up to get to her again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure you have to. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to regardless because I don't have anything to counter like 4 statics on my team.
Mincino. I love Mincino.
Before I go in there, let me see if anything on my team can actually use Rock Tomb. I don't think I have a Pokemon that can use it, but let me see. I might have one. Okay, actually, yeah. This works out perfectly.
Oh, Muna can use Rock Tomb.
Yeah, that's not what I would expect. You just imagine that thing throwing a rock. One thing I would think of probably to get rid of is actually Headbutt. That's a better move, but Rock Tomb has the type advantage. That'd be a better idea.
Wait, what do you mean it has type advantage? Oh, I guess it's
I mean for
flying.
this gym. Not
No,
also like
no.
I don't really normally need a normal move on a fire
That's
type.
true. Rock isn't strong against electric.
No, but for certain Pokemon it's gonna be good. Like I don't know, the electric flying. Like that's
Strong.
good. That's why I was wanting to teach it.
I just thought for a second there you got confused with Rock and Ground. I'm sorry.
I have a ground move here. Also good for our fire type. Well, I'm debating on that one. Probably better if I teach this to Zora. I mean, actually, Fake Tears is probably the good thing to get rid of.
Yeah,
Not gonna
I
really
would
use that.
use Fake Tears.
Actually, I'm debating who I should start with first, only because... Well, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the black glasses, so you have something. And I'm gonna start with my fire type, because if they throw out the flying, I'm good to go. So I'll just use Rock Tomb. I guess balance things out. You'll get the experience share. I want to give someone the experience share for right now. I mean, the real one would be Duwant, but Duwant's over-leveled, so that'd be a bad idea. I wouldn't really get much.
Oh, you can go back to her. Okay, good.
Nope. Just trolls you on the way there. I was like, hang on. Let's just just tease you with the area you want to go and then turn around. So close yet so far. And the problem is I gotta wait for these to come to me, so it's kind of a waiting game. It kind of sucks. No way to speed it up.
I know. No speed up button for you.
That's the thing about these gyms I know so far. Mainly with this gym and also the third gym is that they have cool ideas, but they're huge waiting games. Like, this is unnecessarily long waiting. Like, if the roller coaster could just stop right here, I just passed her. If I stopped right there, I could have just got out. But nope, it's got to keep on going.
She's kind of hard to fight.
Well, now better prepared than I was before, so we should be okay.
Fighting against Elesa.
Draw me like one of your French trainers.
Well, she is a model.
Makes sense. I can kind of see it. Alright, I made the right call sending out. I cannot even read. Is that you were in? Why not both? And I'm just saying on my resolution on here. Yeah.
Oh,
Darumaka is the name. Yeah, Durmark. I want to say Darumaka for some random reason. Oh, swap my Emolga for the Emolga. Perfect. So what was the point? Really? Watch be a Moga again. Yep.
Yeah.
Just keep on sending out the same thing. That's fine. It's gonna work eventually.
We're gonna be using the War of Attrition here. Moga.
Oh, come on. Stop evading. I don't think there's actually a point in trying again the heal, because I feel like the next attack will kill regardless. Let me just do it to be safe. Wait a minute, let me calculate this. I'm better off after not using this and using a fresh water.
Better be
Supposed to be
safe
close
than
enough.
Full switch.
Yeah, and guess who?
Moga.
Watch, this just her entire team. Like, no, I just have these two Amogas. That's it. Nothing else. It's hard to do damage when you keep on sending out the different Amoga. Not even war attrition anymore. It's just war of tedium. Oh, good. We're finally done with the healing part of this battle.
Moga.
Oh, come on. Why is the Rock Tomb's accuracy garbage right now? Every time.
I think Azaro's been garbage.
Yeah, but more so than ever. It feels like it's a 50% hit rate for me right now because it's missing every turn.
Moga. Again.
I haven't even tried to use anything else but Volt Switch. Just Volt Switch. Finally, one of them's dead. Oh, I wonder what she has. Oh, a Moga. How am I not surprised?
Another Moga.
She keeps this gimmick in black and white too, spamming Volt Switch, but she did drop one of her Moga. I guess it's good she dropped one of them, but the same gimmick is there, so it's not that much better. Hey look, something that's not a Moga. I didn't know they existed.
It's her ace Pokemon.
Oh, never mind. Going back to a Moga here in a second. That did just as much as Rock Tomb. That's disgusting. I know, you know, stab and all, but seriously. I feel like Rock Tomb should have done more.
Aerial Ace. That's gonna be a 4 times weak. No, never mind.
It didn't even fold you.
You didn't even fool me. The strike up.
Well, that was close, but this works out. Get out of here.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
I didn't do as much as I was hoping. Half it's good, but not enough. If I heal, it's not gonna matter because the same amount of damage I'll take from this move would kill me in 2 turns, which would be a heal. Can't really swap. I'm just gonna throw out Hail Mary. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know what? Let's do it. Let's see whose zebra's better. It's gonna be mine.
My zebra.
Yeah, it's even faster. Oh, it's like looking in a mirror.
Zebra Ditto battle.
Yeah, this wasn't the best gym with our setup, but it was just annoying. Not very hard, just annoying.
Yay, you got 4 badge.
Well, that's half the badges right there. Now we can be a, jerk and just swap every turn. Actually, I'm not going to teach this move, because I think Shockwave is just better in comparison. While weaker, it does, never miss, which is a much better trade-off.
All Volt Switch is it's basically electric type U-turn.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised, though, it's special-based. It looked like a physical attack.
Well, in the anime, the way they showed Volt Switches, they launched an electric ring at the opponent.
That makes more sense for it being special type. As it's shown here in the game, it looks like U-turn, where it's just physically attacking the Pokemon with electricity.
No.
So in the game, it doesn't look like it. Although, to be fair, it kind of has that same effect as like Shadow Ball from back in the early days. Oh, look at this thing that's being launched at someone. That's gotta be a special move. Nope, physical. Okay.
Why 4th gen was... The change in 4th gen was much needed.
Oh, it helped because it confused people for the longest time. Then they finally fixed it with 4th gen.
I actually got confused of it the other day when I was I was editing a video of Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I was attacking with a Dragon Claw on one of my Pokemon. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna rip him to shreds. He's gonna die." And it's like, "What the fuck? Why did it die?" Then I thought about it. It's like, "Oh, that's right. Dragon's not physical in 3rd gen."
Yeah, I think all moves are special for some reason.
I sometimes still get that, like, I don't really think when I play pre 4th gen games, I'm just like, I still have the physical special split in my head, and I'm like, wait, I can't think that way. I can't think that way. I'm playing an older game. I gotta remember which types are physical and special. Which for some reason Ghost was considered physical.
I don't know why, but yeah, it just was.
Ghost was considered physical. Dark was considered special, I think. But just don't understand why they thought that was best of it. Alright, you're finally doing musicals? Huh?
Yeah, we're checking it out now that we're done with the gym.
Yeah.
He's holding it. He's not even wearing it. What kind of belt is this?
Are
And
zebras
he's eating this.
Are zebras white with black stripes or black with white stripes? I don't. It doesn't matter because they're beautiful either way. According to most Bright, I think zebras are black with white stripes.
Oh, okay, that's not how you hold a cane. You know what? Let's go with this. Why not? Madua's beautiful, isn't he? You did a fantastic job. I'm just saying that so you don't feel bad, because that thing's atrocious. Yeah, I did the most accepted thing in your culture. You have to wear your tie to be formal, but he also is informal by wearing the hula skirt.
Pokemon Context died for this. Remember that, guys.
Oh, we stand out all right. How many Pokemon do you know how to wear a hula skirt and a tie? Not trying to brag, but we're rich. Yeah, okay, you're bragging. Look at my mansion. I'm a Fortnite YouTuber. Not bragging. And this is why we talk to everyone. Alright, let's do it.
Birthday cake is just a prop if you talk to him on your birthday. I didn't even know that. The jump is just time travel a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just do the first option. Oh, not again. Something else, but I got the flip-flop scenes a lot. Better get my phone prepared for this little stream deck. Hey, you took off my hula skirt. Put that back on. There. Dress for the part.
Shake it, girl.
Yeah, that's when I do the, please the crowd to throw a football at them.
Do a flip.
Oh, I gotta control the camera slightly, but if I let go of the D-pad, it just snaps back, so what's the point? I like, though, how we got one just with a smiley face head. Looks so stupid. The fact that these props are only on the front is also disturbing. Because then you just see a hula skirt disappear and reappear at mine. Sure, I guess we'll display this atrocity. Oh, I know why you're gonna tell me last. Is because it's like, and you were here.
You did a thing.
All right, so this is pointless. I just
I
replace
don't-
contents again.
I don't know. I'm quite upset about it.
There's really nothing to you interact once, and that's to twirl your item, and then that's it. So what's the point? I could definitely see the disappointment with this being a thing instead of contest, because there's just not much to it.
Yeah.
It exists, and that's it. Oh, hi. He's that kind of guy. He came all the way here to take his daughter home. That's kind of a bad relationship.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad for Bianca here. Oops.
Yeah, this whole time she's wanted to travel on her own, but she ran away from home. She wasn't allowed to.
Yeah. Overbearing father.
Yeah. Very protective. All it takes is a hot supermodel, I guess, to convince him otherwise.
It
When you think about it, it breaks the mood.
kind of does. Especially when, they're trying their hardest not to do that.
Yeah. That was moving. See, stuff like that they don't do in later Pokemon games. That's sad.
Yeah.
They kind of did with 7th Gen. And then Ultra
Yeah.
Sun and Moon said, ha, that was cute. Let's get rid of it. You know, one of the best things about the character arcs just completely ripped away, sadly. When I got to that one scene in Ultra Sun and Moon where it happened, that one super, like, deep and, like, character building scene from the original, I got mad because it was just gone. It was just empty. It's just your trainer looking up in the sky and that's it. Well, in Sun and Moon, you actually had conversations. Not gonna lie, the DS resolution made that look like Infideller. I'm like, oh god, get out. Get out now.
Yes, they look fulfilled.
It's Infielder. It looked like Infideller for a second. Like, okay, what are these guys into? Something I don't want to be into.
Do I gain 78 experience? Bottom Sage. Fury Cutter. Fury Cutter. Fan stage fainted. Easy, got all three of the monkeys.
Yeah, just kind of show, hey, remember the monkeys? Here they are.
I think the monkeys' design were based off the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil meme back in the day. That's what the monkeys, I think, represent.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to really tell, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, it wasn't a meme, but
His mitt also looks like a pretzel. I'm not gonna lie. Like a waffle pretzel.
Yeah.
Why can't I ride a bike on the baseball field? That just doesn't make sense. Come on. It's out in the fields.
This is what gigantic Dynamaxing Pokemon was on the field before Chairman wrote. This is what gym leader fights were on these baseball fields.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing with Sword and Shield. Although it's more like soccer.
Yeah, or it's kind of like soccer.
Yeah, it's like soccer arenas. Football, also known everywhere else. We stupid Americans call it soccer.
Yeah. 'Cause we dumb.
We're very uncultured swine.
Culture.
Oh, you heading out there, Iceberg? Alright, well, thanks for coming by to the stream. Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, Iceberg.
Games also change every day. That'd be interesting if they did. I don't know what they would change about it. Maybe like the players or something.
They change who's playing on the field, or what's playing on the field.
So like one day could be baseball, next day could be like soccer or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baseball, football, and soccer. So it can cycle between the three sports. And then this one's tennis and basketball.
Okay.
You're gonna bump a trainers when you're in post game. I mean, that I guess makes sense because more of the world's opened up. That also is a little disheartening that you can only like fight maybe like one or two guys now. It almost feels like a waste of space in this current state.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool idea for that reason to cycle it out, just kind of adding more to the world building.
It's a good way to train your Pokemon when you're doing Pokemon.
Yeah, I kind of think of it like what? Like the dojo from like Heart Gold Soul Silver where you can rematch the gym leaders whenever you want, because that was the best way to grind in that game too. If I didn't miss the first time, I would have killed this in one shot. You're just stalling now. Come on. I hate it when people use Protect in a single battle like this. It's just a waste of time. In double battles, it makes sense. In single battles, what are you doing? You're delaying the inevitable. Well, there's Nightmare. Now, this is a good combination for it. The only problem is the only good move to get rid of would have been Moonlight. I'm actually going to do it. I can always get that back later on from like the move learner if I want to get it on that moveset. I feel more used out of Nightmare in this single player than Moonlight, because I can just use healing items. If this was a competitive play, I would say something different. I'm not allowed to use items, so give me the healing move. Although for this playthrough, it's more useful to have Moonlight than anything else, because I'm playing in nighttime. I can always change the clock settings on my system to fix that. That's not what I want. I want to know where I'm going. Like, what direction is this? Trainer tips. That's not the direction.
That's not where I need to go.
I got Route 5 on my left, and I'm guessing over here is Route 6. Oh, good. You participate in more musicals, you get more prompts. So basically what you're saying is you participate more, you're wasting more of your time. Because why? It's not a good enough reward. I thought they would, though. I thought, like, at least for Moonlight, at least, would increase based on, like, what's going on. So if it's nighttime, it should do more, because that's the only way you get Moon. Because Sunny Day makes more sense for the other one, yeah, for Morning Sun. That was Route 16. Okay, that's a huge jump. From 5 to 16.
Yeah, take your book for a second. I haven't checked the most superhero Tyrone.
Billboard's telling you about the swarming Pokemon, at least when they're active. Well, that would be good to know for the future then, because I don't think we have access to that mechanic yet.
Yeah, there's gonna be a legendary Pokemon you can catch later that's swarming, and then you have to use the weather in order to kind of gauge where he's at, because it'll just randomly like.
Hey, look, a train that's out of order.
Oh gosh.
Multi-train, and then super multi-train. Alright, this one's gonna be ultra mega super ultra mega train or something stupid. Oh, super double. There's some more supers, and then double. Wait, hang on. There's two different types of relationship. There's single, then there's super single. That's me.
Super single. What's the difference between being single and super single?
The amount of ice cream you eat. I don't know. Would you like to board the single train? Would I? How long you been single? Your whole life, like me? Or we get on the single train. Oh, I see. So they're going to boost us up to 50. Well, that's not good for my Pokemon at the moment. If they're going to use higher level evolved form Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's what we're just trying this. We're not making it far for obvious reasons.
No.
Really? I know the Razor Shell does not have great accuracy, but that bad? Swarming Pokemon differ from roaming legends. Randomly appear on route 40% encounter rate. Are normally uncatchable in that area. Uncatchable? That's strange. Wouldn't think they'd put a weird stipulation on them like that. So pretty much the swarm mechanic's good for you just for grinding, not for actual catching. Oh wait, no, I'm reading that wrong. Normally uncatchable in the air, so that's actually better, because some Pokemon just don't show up. Never mind. I'm dumb. Oh well, that one-shotted. Alright, well, one battle down. Somehow. You know what, let's see how far we can go. Don't be surprised if we get off after train, too.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Well, if they send out a Patrat, we may have a chance, because this thing is going to do nothing.
Playing those ground moves.
Okay, never mind about the nothing part. It just wants to put me to sleep. The last thing I was expecting is hypnosis. I can already see what this thing is. It's a setup Pokemon. The nose crunch. Okay. Down Gen 5 for the Wonder Launcher. The Wi-Fi battle mode that lets you use items. That's interesting. Too bad it doesn't exist now, but it's interesting that was a thing. I mean, you can get it technically back with fan servers, but that's still kind of a stupid workaround you have to do nowadays. Why? You're wasting time. If I had something like poison or like confusion, that would have made more sense, but I don't.
I haven't seen Cure Blast in a long time.
It's a goofy looking little bug. I'm seriously depressed, but you're seriously cool. That just sounds dark.
You're seriously depressed, but you're seriously cool.
Lost a lot of things. I love Pokemon so much. This is why I'm divorced. I'll avoid the single strain. Huh? Does this not have the ability to morph? Because that's the first time I've seen Zoro come out without hiding his identity.
I love his ability.
Well, apparently it hates me. Wow. Wasn't expecting a one-shot. So much for using revenge. Oh, perfect. And it's just gonna stockpile, so it doesn't matter. Alright, well, this thing's dead. Since it's paralyzed, it cannot move first. Even though it's trash, it's very slow. I'm a fast zebra. Not gonna lie, we're already farther than I thought. I thought we wouldn't get past, like, card 2 at the most. Because that's gonna take 3 turns now, yeah.
I'm so glad that Zeb Strikers has a flame move.
That kind of helps a lot of its, like, type disadvantages at that point. Because it can't do
Yeah.
much against grass types, but with a flame move, yeah, kind of helps out a lot. That already is kind of broken for this Pokemon since it raises its speed, and it's already a fast Pokemon to begin with.
Yeah, I'm
Just
pretty
make it
much
more fast at that point.
I'm definitely going first this turn. That's that Pokemon for the cover fossil. Tutorial.
Okay, so that's the other fossil we could have gotten.
Yeah, that's the other fossil you could have gotten.
That's another train down. Okay, good. A waste of a turn.
Yeah.
I hate getting faked out immediately like that. Just it doesn't do much damage. It's just kind of there to waste your time.
Oh, ow! Thanks for the 15 damage. That's all we gotta do this turn. It's fine during double battles because you know you just lost a turn out of
Yeah, in double battles it makes a bigger deal, but in single battles, like what are you doing? Oh, you kidding me? That's not the time I want that to avoid. Now I'm gonna be dead because of this. One to like the super version of a train, you need 21 win streak in the said battle type. So we couldn't even be super single right now if we wanted to.
Yeah. The super battle train, you need, yeah, it's like, excuse me, it's like, the battle tower in the older games.
Yeah, where you have to have a certain amount of wins under your belt. I just say I completed like one of like the battle areas in like Emerald. I can't remember which one it was, but those are so hard to complete because they're very long.
I think in Emerald version, the most I've ever completed with the Prince is I got the print at Battle Pike and print at the Battle in Coliseum, and what else? I think I got it at the Battle Tower.
I think the one I might have gotten was the one that you get Frenno Pokemon from. It might have been that one.
Oh, I got that one too.
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest one of all of them because you don't have to worry about training your team.
Battle Factory.
Ah! Okay. Why do we scream? Calm down, kid. Just Pokemon. This is why I said every person on Twitter who complains about the decks, calm down, just Pokemon. Wow. This is deep. A short trip to heal my broken heart, but it's been a few months now. Yeah, this is definitely the single strain. Choo choo, all aboard depression. So the bosses are on the 21st battle or the 49th battle in Super Trains for these things. I'd be surprised if we actually got that far. We're getting farther than I thought, but this is still kind of insane. I will say though, for the sounds of this trainer, I don't know why they're here. They should be on the super single strain. How sad their story is.
There's the other psychic type I was talking about earlier, LJM.
Is this the one that's version exclusive?
No, that's not the one that's version exclusive. But he's kind of a good psychic type too. I think you might be able to after you... There's Arkin. That's the one that you picked, the fossil you picked up.
I think I've seen this thing before, so yeah, I definitely recognize it. Really? Come on, why it'd be grit? Well, the problem is this is a bad matchup because both Pokemon I have aren't great for this.
I'm trying to remember. After we finish this, the battle train that you're going, there you can actually do an event. There's actually an event you can do. It's on the east side? The east side of Nimbasa? From the top portion.
What kind of an event? It's just one that's in the game naturally?
No, it's a special event that you need special event Pokemon for.
Oh no. What do we need?
It's the one you need, the shiny Mass Beast Trio.
Oh, so just the legendary dogs we already have. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was worried I'd have to do extra prep work in between sessions again.
Nope, you're fine.
The multi-trains let you use NPCs as your partner, and you can tell them to use offensive or defensive Pokemon. Their teams are pulled from a really large pool. That's actually pretty good at that point, because that's kind of the same system they do use in like Battle Frontier and such from later, earlier gens, I should say. Except the fact that you can tell them what types you want is actually a pretty big deal. Hey, you want to just rub that in? You do need the crit.
I don't need the fucking crit.
Oh, this sucks. Again, I don't have a good matchup for both Pokemon in the party now, so I'll just have to hope I can take it out. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say relatively okay what I have, and then that happens. At least you're not ground type, because I need you paralyzed right now.
Rock type bug. Ooh, ow, 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 ow,
Yeah,
ow,
I feel
ow.
like this is gonna be the roadblock one. Didn't think that was gonna kill, but jeez. The X-Scissor is powerful, so I'm not too surprised, I guess.
I mean, fire's gonna do normal damage now.
Yeah. But this is what I was afraid of. It's a rock type. It's gonna throw rocks at me. And there it is. Of all the things to lose to, it's a Dweeble.
That's okay.
We got way further than I thought. Why would I want that as my battle video? I don't want my shame to be publicly viewed. With that said, this VOD's gonna be deleted in... now. Yeah, and that's the whole reason the sword dance was why I paralyzed it, because I was really hoping he would not actually get the move. I was hoping one of those turns he would just actually be paralyzed. Didn't really work out in my favor. I'm not gonna do any of the trains. We had the gist of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so I think we should probably check out, I guess, the event before we end this. So, we need the 3 dogs. Do we need an extra slot open for anything?
No.
I'm just gonna replace 3-man Pokemon then with the dogs.
Give me them dogs. Give me them dogs. Give me them dogs. Now you have to go to the top right corner. So keep going through that exit there. Yeah, I think so. I think it's this way.
Alright, just to confirm, I'm gonna save here just to be safe.
Yeah, be worried, trainers.
Yeah, that's kind of also why I want to make sure I still had a decent team lineup, which I think we're fine. Actually, this is the case I'm going to try to avoid them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he almost saw me. All right. What guy are we looking for? Do we need strength?
Yeah, you have strength.
Do we need it?
Yes.
Damn it. All right, let's teach something strength real fast. Here, teach Japanese strength. Who needs Howl? I'm not gonna take the risk. Where is the repels I have? Here we go. Well, that's one of them. Wait, why is the repel and super repel not next to each other with the auto sword? That's dumb.
Okay.
Don't. Almost. Shouldn't have ran. Oh, this is actually fine. I could just one-shot this thing with a punch. Yeah, I realize. That's why I said that, too. It's like, I realized the second I got caught. It's like, wait a minute. They hear you. They're not as dumb as they look.
They're not dumb. They're not stupid.
So I kind of alerted them.
You're level 29. I think there's an RV in the back. Yeah. Payback. Ooh, that's a good move for, I think, Zora.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think for Zora that's good because it's dark type. And that's also good for my fire type.
Good for Dramaka. Yeah, you have to go up in the... Oh, I guess you didn't need strength.
Nope. Stop looking at me. It's either I run and get caught or I walk and he's going to turn around.
I'm sorry, Lester.
This guy turns quick.
I guess
It's
you
fine,
really...
it's scraggy. Oh, damn it.
Are you serious?
That's just for an item. Just for an item.
Yeah, okay, good. Lost Horn Woods.
Oh, I'm not doing this on my own. This is it.
Yeah.
Okay. We already have this. Thanks.
Guess what? It's not shiny, so...
Gee, I wonder if this is fake. Oh no, it was fake. How could I not know? Well, at least it's fitting that it's a woman that attacks you and this is female. Imagine if this was a male type and it was the woman that still attacked you. That'd be a little awkward.
You can only have this event unlock if you have the 3 special Mass Beast Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of a good counterbalance at that point because you need Celebi for Zora, but then you need the dogs for Zora Arc. So technically, you only need 1 Pokemon for the better of the 2. Because the only problem with this one is you're catching up post-evolution, so its stats aren't as good at level 25.
Yeah. Your pretends to be one of them. Okay, you only need 1. Okay.
Impressive that that whole illusion was created by that thing, like the whole force and everything.
Yeah. Zoroark's thing is an illusion. Illusionary. It creates illusions.
Yeah, see, no more RV. In fact, the force got bigger.
Yeah.
I can't get up there. Oh, that sucks. I know now. I know what I need to get up there, and that's not going to be until very late. I need waterfall.
Yeah, that was the other event Pokemon. The other event you could do.
I mean, at least that one you fight, but definitely not as grandier as the Zora event. I just feel like that one's more mysterious. Out of curiosity, can any of these dogs learn cut? I doubt it. But if they can, they'll save me a trip. I'm not teaching this to a main team member. Wow, they actually can. Oh, no, this one has the good stuff, though. Why would I want to get rid of any of this?
Like Aqua Ring. Rib transferring them until you find the move deleter, which was stupid.
Yep.
I don't understand why they had that stipulation on it.
I'm not worried about that. I have the save file still for these things, so I have infinite supply.
Yeah.
All no good stuff. I don't want to get rid of it. I still also find it stupid that you can't transfer Pokemon with HMs, because some HMs, they lock you out, and they're HMs that only exist in later gens. It's like, oh yeah, the move Dive. You're not allowed to transfer that up from Gen 3 to 4, but Dive isn't an HM in this gen. I don't care. Not allowed. Yeah, it's just prevent you from being stuck, but it always sucks because you're probably doing that after you've used it anyway, so it's not a big deal. You know what, here. We'll get rid of your sheer cold, why not? Who needs instant KO?
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
I mean, to be fair, that's good if you're in single player, you bump it up with X accuracies, but in competitive play, that thing is never gonna hit. Hey look, a wild trash bag appeared. Give me away. Stinks. Really? Frame one turn. I just want to get back to the Pokemon Center to get my actual Pokemon back. Can you not use X accuracy for one of KO moves besides the first gen? I thought you technically can for all generations. But I never use the X moves, so I wouldn't really know. Or the X items. So I never use those things because just they're not really that helpful, I feel, most of the time.
Yeah. I don't really like using them either.
Okay, we're safe. We made it. But now we definitely have a choice of where we want to go. We can either go Route 5 or 16. Go low or high.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Because we have access to both these routes right now. 5 and 16 are on the left is 5, and then 16 is where we just came from.
You can't go 16.
That's where we were just at.
I know.
I guess we get
But-
blocked off at some point.
Walked off at the end. Yeah. You can't go 16. That's post game stuff.
Oh, well, it's just a teaser then. You can go there for now, but it just doesn't matter much.
You can go there for now, but it's blocked off. I'm just gonna save you the trouble right now. It's not.
I mean, I'm still going to probably explore a little bit of it because they have trainers over there.
Also learned something funny about Horn Drill. In Generation 2 Course Series game only, Horn Drill can be countered by counter for maximum damage if it misses.
That's something to say. Yeah, that's cute. Now die. I think that's where we're going to end it here tonight. That was actually some pretty good progress.
Yeah, you got a couple event Pokemon done. And
Yeah, that's actually the bigger deal.
next gym. Got 4th badge. Yeah, everything's shaping. You got the fossil Pokemon.
Yeah.
So.
Probably be able to use that like near the end of the game. This is usually how it goes. It's kind of sad.
Well, it's a lot sooner than that.
Good. Because that's the only problem in certain games. Like first gen. Why would you ever use the fossil Pokemon when you get it literally at the ending? Like it's so close to the end, it might as well just not exist. Especially the fact that they give it to you at like level 1 or something stupidly low. Why? But yeah, that's gonna do it. So thanks everyone who came out. I guess play a little bit of housekeeping. I guess there's not very much to say. If you're following the LPR League, next week we're gonna start a new playthrough over there. Some Super Mario Sunshine. There's your little sneak peek. I'm working on trying to edit that stuff now, so we'll be getting those videos out starting in next week, which will be nice. I have an update video going next week up on my channel. For now, I'm trying to work on the video stuff just to get prepared, but it'll take me a little bit of time. So for now, I mainly have the stream highlights on my channel and the playthrough of Sunshine for League if you want Let's Play content. But yeah, that's going to do it. So thanks everyone who came out, and I guess I'll see you guys Tuesday for Hollow Knight. Take care and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.